I have a couple of favourite guitars. Actually, Capitol Records got me an Epiphone Texan from 1964, an acoustic guitar of mine for my birthday actually, and I recorded most of the album with it actually, and it's in the dock. You can see it there, and the red Gibson 335 that I play on stage is one of my favourite guitars I've ever had. It's from 1961, so pretty much unheard of. My favourite song to perform live is the title track of the album, Flicker. It's one of those songs that stands out to me on the album and will probably stand out in my career. I love playing it live. It's one of those songs that every time I pick up a guitar, I just happen to play that song. It's a very nice song. It means a lot to me. I suppose there's quite a few that are personal to me. I guess the one that clicked with me most in my head was Flicker, but a lot of them are quite personal. There's probably one or two that are not. For instance, Mirrors is from a scenario that I made up in my head, and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's about me. I think Flicker and that's probably half the reason why I like it so much. I probably gave it four or five attempts at it. I was trying to get I felt like the concept was really good, and I was trying to get the music to match it. And sometimes you write a song and the music doesn't match what you were thinking in your head, so I basically scrapped it and restarted it. So when it came out the fifth or sixth time, I was very happy with it. I was kind of lucky in the sense that I had a lot of time to write and make mistakes as well. So I did write a lot of bad ones, but the good ones that I wrote, I tried to be particular on what I picked for the album. I didn't want kind of really many songs letting down the album, hence the fact that there's only 13 songs between the normal one and the deluxe. So I tried to condense it as much as I can, and I think I did it. My favourite song of Harold's is I like Kiwi, great tune, good rock song. I love Two Ghosts, it's a great song. Very easy very easy to listen to. I like Carolina, Meet Me in the Hallway. There's some really good songs in that album. I really enjoy it. Favourite lyric from Mirrors is probably the start of the second verse. Her coffee's cold. He turns around and says, I hope you know you're beautiful. Have you ever been told? I think it's one that a lot of people will relate to. It's quite cool. I always get asked this question. Obviously, there's obvious, ones that prop up, like with Sean and stuff like that. Would be great. There's things that happen randomly, like Marin, for instance. There's no way that, even a year ago, I would have thought that I would have been doing a collaboration with a country artist. So it's nice when they happen randomly like that. So never know. There were a couple that were really fun. Slow Hands was really fun. Not what I expected to write on that day, but it was such a laugh. You don't get to write a song like that all the time, so it was really fun. On my own was even better. Actually, the producer that I wrote it with, he sent me a picture of our studio session from that day, and I might post it. It might be a bit much for people, but it is quite funny. No way did I expect the reaction. I was on stage when it got released last night at an Apple event, and the crowd were shouting at me that it was number one. But it's a long week, but the reaction so far has been amazing. Some of the reviews that I've gotten, the fan reaction has been amazing, and a lot of my friends have been texting me and stuff like that. So thank you for everything. Hello. The last gig I seen was the late great Tom Petty. I'm so happy that I got to see him before his passing. He's one of my biggest influences and one of the biggest legends of all time. So I'm very happy that I got to see that. I like all the slower ones because I like performing to a quiet audience during them. Because I like going to gigs where the artist will play their ballad and the crowd will be stum and kind of listen. I kind of like that. So like songs like Fire Away, Paper Houses is a cool one to play too. So yeah, and Flicker obviously. On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous was I with the album coming out? Obviously, every time you release music, you get really nervous. Obviously, I've been sitting on some of these songs since probably March, April last year, so it's been a long time. So I'm kind of more anxious to just let it out. So it's yours now. You can have it. I've obviously sat down with my agent and went through what kind of venues I would like to play next year, and I kind of told him if I wasn't doing Red Rocks, I wasn't going to do the tour. And getting the chance to play Red Rocks in Colorado, it's one of the most beautiful, scenic, unique venues there is. So I'm really looking forward to it. I probably wrote about 50 songs. Yeah, there was quite a lot there. Obviously, you don't want, as I said before, you don't really want other songs to let the good ones down. So it was kind of easy to get rid of a lot of the bad stuff. But as I said, I had a lot of time to make mistakes, so I didn't mind that. The first song that I wrote for the album was This Town, actually. I guess we kind of got off to a good start. It kind of blew up, and I didn't realise what had gone on, but it was a good start. Yeah, it was great working with Maren. I actually Skyped into the session. She was in Nashville with Jakir recording it, but since then we've met up and we've done a couple of like little videos for it and stuff like that, little acoustic video that I'm sure you'll see at some stage. She's great fun, and I'm sure we'll have a good laugh. Probably most of next year she's on tour with me, so I'm sure we'll have a great time. I think they're two completely different songs, really. Obviously, Seeing Blind's a bit up tempo, got a bit of a country feel to it, hence the fact that Maren sings on it, and she brings that song to life really well. Paper House is a little bit more down and a bit more chilled out, a bit more kind of Damien Rice vibes. But two songs that I'm really happy with, and it seems that a lot of people are liking Paper Houses and Seeing Blind, which is good.